Commission, our incoming board, directors, heads of institution, units of graphic communications group. We welcome you this morning.
So, this is a medical doctor, an academic, a teacher, a lecturer at the medical school as well. Most recently, very engaged in public health. And I'm hearing that she's now struggling between working on public health issues and sitting in the hospital. But within all that, she has also sacrificed to come help with the work here. We are happy to note that she was part of the previous team that successfully supported the work at Graphic Communications Group. And we really want to thank her for agreeing to join again. Dr. Rita Larson-Reindorf. I would wish also to introduce another expert in management. He's a management expert, he's an academic, teaching at the Methodist University, and a very well-respected, well-recognized consultant in the field of management and organizational transformation. And I mean Dr. Kwame Omeche. Welcome. Our next board member is an accountant, has done considerable work in the field of accounting, served as the Director of Finance at the Driver and Vehicle Licensing Authority. He's been internal auditor at the CDH. And at some point in his life was selling cars. Japan Motors, it's an accountant. Graphic, if you don't get enough cars this year, you never have cars. Because there's another car seller coming up. I want all of us also to welcome Alhaji Mohammed Yusuf Tunisi. I also want to introduce to you Mrs. Ivy Ruby Austin. Madam, we would want to introduce to you is the registrar of the University of Education, Winneba. He's a lawyer, estate manager at WAEC after training as a land economist. Mr. Paul Osei-Berima. Thank you very much.
Do in the name of the Almighty God. Swear that I will at all times serve the Graphic Communication Group Limited as a member, and that I will uphold, preserve, protect, and defend the interests of the group. So help me God. Congratulations. Thank you. I said that 2 years ago, a board was inaugurated with Prof. as chairperson. I sat where you are sitting and I listened to the proceedings. And as the nature of things today, I am standing here. Who knows? Another time I'll be sitting there. It is important that in whatever that we do, we must look at the future and ensure that our contributions are the things that are going to shape the future and make the future better than what we might have made. We should never do things that at the end of the day will kill the spirit of people in building and that. And that is what our elders say in that mundane proverb. We say, that Abraham, if he knew that he was going to eat the head of the okusie, he will have made sure that when he was smoking it, he will have done it properly. And because he thought that somebody else is going to eat it, he does it anyhow, And then when they share the food, he realizes that it is the one on his food. I say, but if I knew, I think that that is the way that we all ought to do. That we must do whatever obligations that we are given, we must perform it to the best of our ability. So that when we look back, we can say that we did our best. And even if our best is not enough, for as long as our conscience tells us that we did what we ought to have done, we'll be free from any liability because we'll have done it the best way. Now, turning to the members of the board in particular, as George said, Prof was my first lecturer in journalism, my first basic journalism. He was our teacher. Unfortunately, the revolution took him away. And then we had another lecturer who was very, very, very officious, And so it made things very, very difficult because we had a very laissez-faire way of relating. And, you can talk to your lecturer and get the understanding, tell him this one, then you get this man. Even if you ask a question in class and the question is not intelligent enough, you put to that before, So we felt a little bad about it, but some of us became rebellious also because Prof tried to organize for some of us to go into politics, into government at the time. And I remember that a lot of my mates, because there was an announcement on Ghana Radio Ghana, asking our class members to report. And each one of those who reported got a position. And indeed, Akresi Sapon became the regional secretary for the Eastern region. And a number of my mates became special assistants to regional secretaries. And others became regional coordinators of PDCs, WDCs. But there were a few of us who were not interested in politics. And we said that we will not report. And we didn't report. And we are thankful that we did not report because at the end of the day, Akresi has to come back when he had a problem with the policeman in Kufuruda, where he said that there was, I think that the driver had taken more passengers than necessary. So he asked, who was the last passenger? The last passenger and the driver, each one had to beat the other. And so I said that, and involved the policeman, and the policeman thought he was strong, hit him, and I said that the guy too was very strong, so he slapped the policeman fell down, and there was a revolt of policemen in the Eastern region, for which Akresi had to flee. And the first place of call was in our classroom. That was the school. Yeah. And since then, we have had that. And I also had the privilege that what he did not conclude in my postgraduate diploma level, he did it at the master's level when he taught me media management. So, Prof, I'm very grateful because it is out of some of those things that you taught that the relationship that you develop with us, the openness with which we can approach you, that enables some of us to go into the public and interact in a way that, and today we find ourselves in this position, and I'm swearing you in. Is that Yeah, it means that the world is a small place. So we must always be careful about what we do and be friends with everybody, open up to people, and be very, very humble enough. Now, Prof, we want to assure you, the members of the board, that we at the National Media Commission have appointed you to this board because we know the capacity that you have. We are not appointing you because we want you to salam us. It's not about salutations. It's not about being subservient. It's not about being fundamentally loyal or whatever, but it is because you have the capacity. And so therefore, and I said it yesterday at GBC, and I'm saying it here again today, if at any point I, as chairman of the commission, or any member of the commission, comes to seek your support in something that you think is unprincipled. Don't look at the fact that the person is a member of the commission and bend the rule, because when you do that, you will have destroyed the image that you have built for yourself over the years. You will have been condescending to something that is unwarranted. And so keep to yourself. Be yourself in all the things that you do. We will make sure that we support you when you need our support. The only condition is that if we see that you are taking the company in ways that would demean it or undermine it, that one will not hesitate in stepping in and stopping you. But for as long as you are building this company, we'll give you all the support, and we will not attempt in any manner to interfere with what you do. Now, equity.
I must say that in the last board, we enjoyed a very healthy relationship with the management and staff. The management, the directors were very cooperative. They worked with us to do what we could do, and we expect them to continue to give to us the same cooperation and even more that we will need in order to move this business forward. Once again, Mr. Chairman, I would like to extend our collective thanks to you for the counsel, the pieces of advice you have given us this morning, and assure you that we will do what we can to ensure that the trust you reposed in us is completely satisfied. So without taking too much of your time, we thank all of you, and once again would like to thank the management and hope that you will continue to work with us so that we can move this company forward and meet the expectations that the people of this country expect of us. This year is an election year, and I hope that we can do differently and better than and from the previous election years. So thank all of you, and Mr. Chairman, once again, thank you very much.